again, Corvette Build Series, episode 3. I got some new camera equipment. I switched over to using my GoPro, and I got a media mod for it, so it has a good mic now. So hopefully we'll have some good audio, we'll have much clearer video. Episode 3 is basically going to be body panels, which I've already started doing. I've got the door fitted. Next we'll do the front bumper, rear and front fenders, rear bumper, rear fenders, get all the body panels fitted. Mike and I want to get the car painted in the next couple of weeks, preferably like next week. Hopefully my engine will be back on Friday, so next week I really want to move on to putting the driveline in so we can start like actually making some progress on this car. And I have to fix this limp noodle of a dash. It got cracked all the way across here. It's cracked here. This whole piece cracked off everywhere. The only thing holding this whole section on is the gauge cluster piece right here. So at Mike's recommendation, I have some like crazy nice body panel bond stuff coming to fix that tomorrow, so we'll do that. And since you guys have last seen it, the engine bay's been painted, and we did coat everything in the car. We got the whole inside of the car painted. I used Steel It on everything. I watched some of the Drift HQ guys, Chris and Cricket, use that on their E46, and apparently it's really durable. Found out it's what they use on like some rock collars and some off-road vehicles and stuff. So I bought 8 cans of it, and everything on the inside of the car has 2 coats. And I've got 1 spare can for touch-ups over there in my toolbox in the event something happens down the road, or I have to basically end up welding tabs or brackets or something to the car that I forgot about in the final assembly. We can touch everything up. So we're gonna start mounting the body panels. We'll check in with you guys when we get most of the body panels on. Things are starting to officially get really exciting for me. I've been, I don't want to say not motivated with this car, because I've been extremely motivated to build it and to finish it and to get everything done and like get all the parts coming and like keep working on it. But there's like a point in every build where you're just like, man, is it ever gonna look like something's changing? And it is finally looking like a car again. It's like super exciting for me. And granted, the body panels are still just really loosely fitted. Like this isn't even remotely bolted on. Obviously I just have to pull it back and like actually fit all the panels, but this gives you kind of an idea of what the car is going to look like. It's super wide. I think it looks super sick. Like, I was not 100% convinced on this wide body kit when I ordered it. It was just, I don't want to say affordable, but the reality is it was going to be a rental car. I knew the body panels were going to get damaged. I don't really like the stock like poly fiberglass blend type panels that they have for these cars. I also don't think base model C6s look that good. Like, it's Z06, ZR1 or better. Like, that's just my feeling on Corvettes. It's just the way I like them. So I didn't want to order Z06 fenders because they're incredibly expensive. ZR1 fenders even more so. And I have had one wide body Corvette before this, and I did not have a great experience with the company whose wide body fenders I ordered. The fronts fit so bad they ended up having to send me a second pair, and I waited months and months for them. So I didn't want to do anything from the rental program that I knew if it got broken or beat up or wasn't presentable enough for me to be comfortable with the car being in front of our partners or at events, that I couldn't get panels, or that the panels, I wasn't confident that the panels were going to not fit and have to do a bunch of work. So surprisingly, this kit, for as cheap as it was and as crazy as the kit is, it fits really well out of the box. This is, like I said, this is just basically bolted on. Like, the rear is just bolted to the OEM mount points. There's almost no gap here when you push the bumper in and like get everything situated. So I'm really excited to see that it's actually coming together. Keep fitting the body panels, keep getting ready for paint, try and get as much of this knocked out as I can. The car is actually going to go over to Full Lock Automotive. Ernest is going to do some minor fab work for me, just basically making some cosmetic stuff like the firewall and the floor pans and make it just look super pretty. So can't wait for all that. We're going to keep going, get ready to go to paint, and see you guys in a little while. Okay, it's day 2 of body panel fitment, and I figured out I really suck at this. I'm really glad I have a Mike Midiette who did body work for like, I don't know, his entire life basically, because this is terrible. This is like the one thing of cars that I've never gotten into, I'm not good at, I have no interest in being good at, I have no desire to do it. Body panel fitment, fiberglass, paint, body work, all that crap. And it's like, everybody has that one thing with cars they don't like to do. Mike's is fabrication, which I like to do. Mine is body panels, which Mike doesn't like to do but is good at. So luckily I've got a mic. I've almost got the doors and the rear quarter panels and rear bumper situated. The front fenders are currently just sitting on there with some bolts in them loose, just so I know where to kind of place the door so I can get the door open all the way. This door was hitting the fender. The hood I don't have to touch. I haven't taken it off from where the car was when it was stock, so that I know that body line is perfect, so that was something for me to work off of. I haven't even got to the front bumper yet. It was just sitting on the car for a while as like a mock-up thing. Yeah, body panel fitment, not my thing, but it is coming together. It is starting to look like a car, which is nice. It's nice to see the progress, but it's day 2, body panel fitment, and I'm actually going home right now. It's like about 9 o'clock, and yeah, let's get some other stuff to take care of. So we're gonna head home for the day, which means body panel fitment's gonna turn into a 3-day thing, but I did manage to also get the dry sump tank in. I've got the breather tank mounted down there. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I've heard different things about mounting the breather tank at a lower height than the actual dry sump tank. I've heard that the oil that gets blown into the catch can obviously has a hard time coming back into the tank, which ideally, if you have your oil level set properly and your engine set up properly, you won't have blow by, so the catch can won't actually have a bunch of oil in it. So hopefully that won't be a problem for me. We'll see. There's not really an option for me to mount it anywhere higher than the breather tank without putting it somewhere in the back of the car and running like a really, really long dash 12 line, which seems really excessive just for a breather cam, but as you can see, it's very up at the top. I was trying to mount it behind the breather tank in the corner of the fiberglass, like way back in here, which is probably impossible for you guys to see. There's like a pocket back there, but unfortunately the breather tank is like a 1/2 inch too big. So my only option would be to switch breather tanks, and I want to run the Aviate one because it's for there. Not that it matters, it's just a catch can, but I bought it, so I want to use it. So we'll see how it works. If not, I'll switch over to like a Vibrant one or something, and we'll put it up in the back of the car or something. But we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3 of bodywork stuff. Tomorrow, I'm not leaving till every single body panel is on this car and fitted, because Mike and I want to paint it next week. And my engine got delayed again due to something that was not my engine builder's fault. So instead of putting my engine in next week, I want to do something because I'm running out of time to build this car. I've got like 5 weeks left, which sounds like a lot of time, but there's absolutely nothing done with the car really. I'm still waiting on parts outside of body panels. Still waiting on my coilovers to be built. I should have about another week before they get here. I'm waiting on my engine to be done. So basically I'm gonna try and cram out body work, get as far on the wiring as I can, get the paint done, and just kind of do as much as I possibly can, because I can't really do much else with plumbing or anything until the drive line is in. Ernest is going to build the firewall for me, so I kind of have to wait on him to do that before I can do anything in the back of the car anyways. So we're just going to get as far as we absolutely can, and hopefully we get everything that we can done, and then the other parts arrive. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we are, day 3 of body work, body prep, body panel mounting, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying not to bore you guys and sit here and time lapse the whole thing, and you just watch me put body panels on over and over again. But this is basically final form, more or less. I've got all the body panels on. The only thing I haven't done is these little black vents right here. They're just kind of sitting in there. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not exactly a body guy, so you know, the lines and the gaps aren't like perfect. The rear is like perfect. The door I still have to do a little bit too. But the front I'm all happy with. I mean, it's not gonna be 100% perfect, but then again, it's also a race car, so like it's gonna get smashed up, it's gonna get twisted, it's gonna get repaired a million times. This front door gap I'm happy with. This rear one right here I need to work with a little bit. It's a pretty big gap at the top, pretty small one at the bottom. But that's about the only spot I have left, and I gotta tell you, I'm honestly really happy with this kit. For it being what I think is the cheapest price-wise Corvette body kit on the market right now for an entire kit, the quality is like A1. I've tried different body kits in the past with my old car, and they cost almost the same as this car for just the 4 fenders, and they fit terribly. They actually had to send me a separate set of front fenders because the front ones fit so bad we couldn't make them work on the other car. But this one, I've got a rear bumper, both rear quarter panels, the doors, both front fenders and the front bumper with these weird canard thingies, which I'm not sure how I feel about those. I don't know if those are gonna stay or not, but we'll see. I think I'm total into this entire kit for every body panel like $3,300-ish, which sounds like a lot for fiberglass, but when you compare it to other Corvette kits on the market, every other Corvette kit on the market that is an entire kit, front to back, every body panel, is like twice that price. And most kits just come with the rear quarter panels and front fenders, and even those are in the somewhere between $200 and $3,500 range for like decent ones. So to be in an entire kit at the cost of just fenders for this car and it look this cool, I get on board with it. It's gonna look a lot better, obviously, when I get the car lowered to the ground and I get the consays on it. And we get the wheel fitment and stuff right, but I'm pretty happy with it. I gotta mount these little black pieces right there and get the tail lights in it, make sure the tail lights fit the bumper. And that's pretty much it. We've got to clean it really, really good because there's grease and fingerprint stuff all over it for mounting it. Clean it really, really good, sand the entire car, take all the body panels back off. Mike and I are gonna go up to Alabama and spray them, and then put them back on the car, and then that's it. Body work, body panels, all that's done. We move on to engine, suspension, wiring, and plumbing, stuff that I actually know how to do really well. We'll keep this car rolling, and hopefully we'll be testing in like 4 weeks.
So I'm not sure if I'll even be able to use this clip. I'm sure you guys can hear the music bumping in the background, like loud as can be. We have the speakers in the shop turned up all the way. I'm currently standing outside in my trailer because Mike and I are trying to get a jump start on painting the Corvette. So we're painting the door jambs and priming parts of the car here in the shop before we go to the paint booth later this week. So this boy wild, y'all. Like, oh boy, full blown over there committed to like this whole project this morning. We were just like, to hell with it, we're doing it today. So yeah, we primed most of the body panels, or at least spot primed them, where Mike did some body work, because I suck at body work. And now we're gonna paint the door jambs and underside of the hood. So when that's all done, we'll give you a quick look, and then that's where we're gonna end this video off, and we'll pick this one up again when we get to the paint booth in Alabama. We're back. This is day, I don't even know, 4 or 5. Maybe 6, I don't know, it's been like a week of this, of paint and body prep and whatever else you want to call it. Basically like getting everything ready to paint and starting to spray some stuff here at the shop. Mike and I actually head to Fort Rucker in Alabama tomorrow to actually paint all the nice parts of the body panels in the paint booth, but we did do some touch-up stuff and get some stuff like sorted here. We did, or well, Mike, this is mostly Mike, I don't really do body work, but Mike did door jambs, which came out really good. We went ahead and painted the mirrors. Basically, we did the mirrors, the inside of the doors, the inside of the hood, the roof, and this like trim piece that goes between the roof and the hatch. We did all those last night because they're super small and they're easy to spray here, and it allows us to get the outside of the door prepped today for the paint booth tomorrow. We will do the underside of the hood, or the top part of the hood, the rear fenders, front fenders, rear bumper, front bumper, and the hatch in the paint booth at Fort Rucker tomorrow, which we're going to do in a separate video. I'm going to close this one out here. I'm not really sure what the rules of filming are like on the base. I'm not military, but I've got a few friends I'm going to ask. I don't see why it'd be a problem if we film it in the booth and stuff. So, but I want to make that a separate video because it's like a little mini road trip. Fort Rucker's, I don't know, 2 hours from here or something like that. So be a nice little video, road trip up, get everything painted. And their booth, the greatest thing about it is it's heated. So basically be like, we go in, clean it, prep it, spray it, go to lunch, come back, well, bake it, come back, check it, we like it, put it in the trailer, come home. So we're gonna finish prepping the body panels today, get everything loaded up in the trailer, and we will see you guys when we get on the road tomorrow to Fort Rucker.